And now let's go to our second top story this morning. There has been a turn of events in Mali over Imam Dicko, the former president of the Islamic High Council of Mali and godfather of a political association. Dicko is reported to have been court summoned for criticizing the government in a speech last weekend in Bamako. But his supporters in thousands took to the streets to prevent him from appearing before the prosecutor on Tuesday, prompting the subsequent cancellation of the summons. So what is the issue here with Dicko, his supporters, and the government?
If the government does not find a solution to the problems by the end of the week, I invite all the sons and daughters of Mali to a great mobilization to take their destiny in their hands. These are the words Imam Dicko voiced at a meeting last Saturday, which earned him the convocation. Since then, the religious leader has tried to calm things down to no avail. According to him, his words have been deliberately taken out of context, leading to the belief that he would want to set the country on fire. In the meantime, many people are wondering about the influence of this imam, whom they think would single-handedly succeed in bending the Malian justice system.
Now is Malian journalist Idrissa Sangare. Idrissa, a warm welcome. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Good morning.
All right, thank you very much for joining us on the program. So we have Imam Dicko was summoned on Tuesday by the Malian justice system, but somehow he was unable to attend this summon after being prevented by his supporters. Finally, the summons were withdrawn by the Malian authorities. How do you explain such kind of influence from the Imam?
Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est que l'imam Dicko
Imam Dicko is one of the most influential religious leaders in Mali, alongside Mohamed Ould Cheikhna, the Sheriff of Nioro, and Ousmane Madani Haidara, the guide of the Ansar. Unlike these two, his notoriety is not due to his preaching, but to his struggle to safeguard religious values and our customs. To talk about Imam Dicko's influence, one must understand teachings under the regime of Moussa Traoré. What I was saying is that in the 1980s, this Arabic teacher became Imam of Badalabougou and very quickly became Secretary General of the Malian Association for Unity and Progress of Islam, AMUPI. In this position, he will be the showcase between Moussa Traoré's regime and the military power in place. At the fall of this regime in 1991, he opened the debate with the recitation of Quranic verses.
Malienne pour l'unité, le progrès et le progrès de l'islam. Donc, il va devenir le secrétaire général de cette association qui va être la vitrine entre les religieux et le pouvoir militaire en place. Alors, en 1991, avec la chute du régime militaire.
At the fall of this regime in 1991, he continued to be one of the spokespersons of the religious leaders of Mali during the National Conference of 1991. He equally opens debates with the recitation of Quranic verses. In 2002, the Islamic High Council was created to mitigate the multiplication of religious associations so that the Muslims of Mali would speak the same language. In 2008, Imam Dicko became the second president, and very quickly he opposed the reform of the family code through the organization of a demonstration that mobilized more than 5,000 faithful who forced the government to abandon this project that advocated equality between men and women, with articles that called into question social as well as religious values.
C'est suite à ce combat.
It is a result of the struggle that he gained influence among Malians, and his influence will grow after. At what point exactly did he begin his political engagement?
Il ne se définit pas comme un homme politique.
Well, he does not call himself a politician, but rather a leader of civil society. As he likes to remind us, his fight is not for an individual, but for all Malians. However, it must be noted that his political positioning took off when he became an imam in 1980. He has rubbed shoulders with politicians, but it is since his opposition to the reform of the family code that he has become actively involved in politics. First of all, he obtains the appointment of his Secretary General at the head of the Independent National Electoral Commission under the regime of President Amadou Toumani Touré. Following the 2012 events in the south as well as in the north of the country, he will mobilize for the return of peace in Mali and start negotiations with Iyad Ak Ali. During the 2013 elections, he will call Malians to vote for Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, who would subsequently win the elections. But he will soon decry Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta's governance. In 2019, he mobilized thousands of people in the streets to stop a secret government's project on sex education and tolerance of sexual preferences. He will then mobilize Malians in the streets to demand the departure of Prime Minister Soumeylou Boubèye Maïga, who will end up resigning under the threat of a motion of censure by MPs of the presidential majority against his government. So on September 7th, 2019, his supporters launched the CMAS Coordination of Movements and Associations to support his actions.